What it is, guys, it's your boy Aussie Josh, and in this episode of Dragon Ball Super, we see at the beginning that Trunks is basically going up against Zamasu and Black at the same time. And I will say right now, I should have started this out before, but if you guys enjoy this style of me playing a game in the background, let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to keep this up for you guys as well. The game is Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, one of my favorite games of all time, especially favorite game of Dragon Ball Z of all time. But in this episode, like I said before, Trunks is going up against Zamasu and Black by himself, and it looks like he's kind of holding him off as much as he possibly can. I like the fact that we do see him use a Masenko from Gohan. I did like that because I think before he used a Final Flash from Vegeta, and I know I'm skipping ahead, but it looks like next week he's going to be using a Gallic gun. That's what it looks like. I like the fact that him like incorporating some of the people's move sets into his own. I do like that. And I mean, the only thing else he could possibly do is bust out a Kamehameha at some point in time to go ahead and complete it. But his false Super Saiyan state looks like he can kind of control it at some points, just for a little bit, because we see that he finally gets his pupils back, and looks like he's not more enraged, but he's more of just like trying to help and trying to stall them while Vegeta, Goku, and Bulma go back into the present, and which he is successful in kind of holding them back enough so they could. It looks like Black is about to shoot a blast and actually blow up the time machine with everybody in it, but Trunks actually intercepts it with another blast and basically saves them, allows them to go back into time to the present day. And as soon as they get there, they're greeted with Pilaf and the gang and Kid Trunks. Beerus and Whis are sitting back, and Kid Trunks is kind of just like, well, Big Me isn't here, so I guess everything went well, enough. And Bulma's kind of like, no, Beerus is kind of like, well, it kind of did go well, no. And Bulma jumps, Beerus' shit, and is just like, no, whatever you said, all the things you said were completely wrong. Nothing changed. Black Zamasu was still there wreaking havoc, just basically rampaging everywhere, and we couldn't even stop him. Beerus kind of then thinks like, oh, well, I guess it's just as, the future Trunks said, blah, 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 about the timelines. And then Whis kind of steps in and is like, shut up. You're digging yourself in this, hole even bigger. And Bulma looks like she's about to go ahead and slap the dog crap out of out of Beerus, and then Vegeta kind of stops her and is just like, no, we'll figure out how to do this. And looks like Goku is really, really, really bad shape here. Now I like the fact that they actually do use the healing machine again to actually heal Goku, so I'm kind of wondering about the whole Zenkai boost there, especially with Vegeta as well, because I mean, even though he wasn't as hurt as Goku was, I feel like he should probably get a Zenkai boost a little bit or something. But they went in twice and got basically demolished. The first was Vegeta getting the worst of it, and then the second was Goku getting the worst of it. Now I will say that there's some comedy aspects in this where Chi-Chi and Gohan are kind of like talking to Krillin. Chi-Chi is basically, being kept in the dark of everything that's going on with Goku, Vegeta, and this whole future Trunks stuff. So she finally sees, Goten and Trunks flying back, Bulma's going to the breeze, and she kind of follows them with Gohan, has Gohan, basically take her over there. And she finally does go over there. Goku is out of the healing chamber, kind of walking around a little bit, and he's talking, and he's kind of surprised to see, Chi-Chi there. Chi-Chi's asking a lot of questions, so they ended up moving it into the house. But I will say that before they moved it into the house, Bulma was basically talking about a whole lot about Goku's going to be the one to save everybody, Goku this, Goku that. Looks like Vegeta getting a little bit upset about that, and I would understand, even though his wife is not putting any, trust in him and putting it all into Goku, so I would understand that. It's kind of reminiscent of a lot of Dragon Ball Z type, where Vegeta was kind of like envious and kind of a little bit jealous a couple times as well. But it's looked like as where that's kind of going. I mean, obviously they're going to fight at some point in time anyway, but I will say, just for having just that scene of him being a little bit like, you keep giving all your faith into Goku or Kakarot. So he does go in to train a little bit as well. But now, I was under the impression, I was thinking to myself that Goku was gonna somehow come across Master Roshi, and Master Roshi was gonna be like, I can teach you the MAFUBA, but that's not the case. They're all sitting down and they're kind of like trying to think of ways that they can actually get rid of Black and Zamasu. Vegeta's basically saying that they're a perfect combination because they're the same person, they share the same mind, and if one's in trouble, the other one will come and help. So they're a perfect tag team, and because they're the same person. Now, when he's saying that, and they're like, we don't know how to actually beat them, and then there's like Piccolo comes into play. He's like, well, what about sealing them? And then everybody's like, wait, what? And it gets to the point where Piccolo starts talking about Demon King Piccolo, talking about how Master Roshi will seal him away and everything, and it looks like that's how it's going to go. And I like the fact that Piccolo was the person to kind of do it. The only thing is the comedy aspect came into it, and he was like, I can teach you how to, I can show you whatever how to do it. And what was funny is that as soon as he was saying that, Goku basically instant transmission to Master Roshi's and just left Piccolo there kind of like in this awkward pose, and everybody was like looking at him like, you can still show us. And it was kind of funny to see that, but at the same time, it's sus because he was more of a main character, kind of brought back down now. He's kind of diluted, like just about everybody else is not, Goku or Vegeta or something. But that was kind of funny, and it looks like whenever he goes to Master Roshi is, going to be like, yeah, sure, I'll teach you how to do it. And they start training for it. They only have, I think, a day and a half or half a day to train. Looks like Goku is training on the turtle, and he does actually get what he wants, and he actually does, try and is perfecting it. So it looks like they will be going back next week. I will say for this week's episode, I will definitely give it a good 6 out of 10. I did like the fact that Trunks was, going up against him and holding his own for a little bit. But the fight scenes were amazing with it, as always. Right now, they're going to make these amazing. But looks like next week, like I said previously, that looks like Trunks is going to use the Gallic gun, and looks like Goku's going to try to seal them away, use the MAFUBA. So that's pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it. If you guys are looking forward to it, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if you like this kind of style of me playing a game in the background and talking about Dragon Ball Super. Let me know in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, smack a like on it. And I'm out, guys. Peace. Nope, Naruto by himself again. Alright, that's fine. Okay, second gate. Let's go to the third gate. Okay, can we shatter? Can we shatter? Ooh, okay.